Hello everyone. Today we are going to start the next chapter of class 11, that is respiration in plants. In the previous chapter you might have read about the photosynthesis in higher plants, in which the plants make the food, and now in the respiration in plants we are just going to discuss that the food which is prepared during the photosynthesis, how does it get oxidized to release the energy. If we talk about the respiration in plant is there, it is also occur in the cells, and that's why it is also known as cellular respiration. So cellular respirations, if we just talk more about this one, so the definition of the respiration is that is breakdown of CC bond. CC bond means these are the carbon bonds of complex respiratory substrate which get oxidized in the presence of oxygen to release energy. So because this respiration that which generally occur in the cells, and because of that reason we call it cellular respiration. And if we have to understand the meaning of respiration, so it is a simple process is there in which there is a breakdown of carbon-carbon bond of the complex respiratory substance. And these respiratory substrates, when they get oxidized, they will release the energy in the presence of oxygen. There are many respiratory substrates which get oxidized during the respiration. So there are so many respiratory substrates which get oxidized during the respiration. Now we can just categorize these respiratory substrate in the following categories. Generally there are four. The first one is the substance which can be used, that is glucose. This is the primary substrate which get oxidized during the respiration to release energy. Apart from this, we can use protein as a respiratory substrate, and the third one is fats which can be used as a respiratory substrate, and the last one is organic acids. So these are some of the substances which can be utilized and that get oxidized in the presence of oxygens to release the energy. So we have these four, that is glucose, protein, fats and organic acids. Now we are just going to discuss these one by one and the different processes that how these complexes break down and they release the energy. So before we discuss the process of respirations and the breakdown of the different respiratory substrate to release the energy, we need to understand the first, that is your type of respiration. So we have the two types of respirations based on the presence or absence of oxygen. So the first one is there, that is anaerobic respiration. Second one is aerobic respiration. These are the two types of respiration which generally occur in the presence or absence of oxygen. So in anaerobic respirations which generally occur in the absence of oxygen, it means for the breakdown of any respiratory substrate, there is no need of oxygen. If we just elaborate this process is there, generally anaerobic respirations, it occurs in the cells of the cytoplasm. So this is the site of anaerobic respiration. If we have the substrate here, suppose glucose. If we are taking the respiratory substrate, that is glucose, so this glucose in the anaerobic respirations, it will undergoes the different reactions and finally it will make the 2-pyruvic acid, 2 molecules of pyruvic acids. This is the common step for the aerobic as well as for the anaerobic respirations, that whenever we are just going to take the glucose as a respiratory substrate, this glucose in the cytoplasm, it will undergo the further reactions and finally it will make the 2 molecules of the pyruvic acids. Now this pyruvic acids for the make the final product based on the site and based on the organisms in which this anaerobic respirations takes place. So the first one is, if this 2 pyruvic acids, these reactions generally occurs in the yeast. If anaerobic respirations, it occur in the yeast, which is generally called the fermentation. So these 2 pyruvic acids, they will split in the absence of oxygens and they will make the 2 molecules of ethyl alcohol. As we know, the pyruvic acids, that is 3 carbon compound, and ethyl alcohol, there are only 2 carbon. It means that the one of the carbon will released in the form of carbon dioxide. And this carbon dioxide during the fermentation will make the dough to rise, and this ethyl alcohol will make the dough sour in taste, and this ethyl alcohol can be further used in the brewery to make the different kinds of drinks there. So this is the first situations whenever the anaerobic respirations takes place. We have the respiratory substrate, that is glucose, which gets split and they... So the breaking down of this glucose in the cytoplasm is also known as glycolysis. This process is known as glycolysis. Glyco means glucose, lysis means breakdown. So when glucose will break down in the absence of oxygen, which is generally a first step of your anaerobic respirations, and it makes the 2 pyruvic acid, which is a 3 carbon compounds, and this reactions further proceed in yeast, which is also known as the fermentation process, in that these 2 molecules of this pyruvic acids that will make the ethyl alcohols, and the one of the carbon will released in the form of the carbon dioxide. Another situations we are going to discuss in which the 2 pyruvic acids that will make the further different products, and that situation is in the muscles. In the muscles of organisms. Now in the muscles of organisms, as we know that these 2 molecules of pyruvic acid, which is a 3 carbon compounds, when in the absence of oxygen, it will convert into 2 molecules of lactic acid. And these 2 molecules of lactic acid, again, it is a 3 carbon compound. So there is not a formation of any carbon dioxide molecule. So these are the 2 situations which generally occur in the anaerobic respirations. So first one is yeast, that is a fermentation process, and the second one is in the muscles, in which the lactic acid will form. And this is the lactic acid which generally cause the muscle cramps during the strenuous activity or when you do the physical exercise and there is a lack of oxygen in the cells. So in anaerobic respirations, we discuss it is the breakdown of respiratory substrate in the absence of oxygen. Now the next second process which we are going to discuss, that is aerobic respiration. As its name indicates, it means that it is a type of respiration which generally takes place in the presence of oxygen. Means that respiratory substrate needs to get oxidized in the presence of oxygens to release the energy. Aerobic respirations generally involves the 4 different steps to finally form the ATPs, which is generally known as the currency of energy. So in that, the first step that is a common, which is called the glycolysis, as we have discussed it in detail in the anaerobic respirations. Second one is there, and this glycolysis which generally occur in the cytoplasm. So we need to keep it in our mind the site of these reactions. So glycolysis which generally occur in the cytoplasm, and it is the first common step for the anaerobic as well as for the aerobic respiration. Second one is there, that is called the Krebs cycle. Krebs cycle, it is the main step for the aerobic respiration which occur in the mitochondria, which is an organelle and also known as the powerhouse of the cell. Third step in the anaerobic respiration will be electron transport chain system. Which is also abbreviated as ETC, and the site for electron transport chain is in the inner membrane of mitochondria. So the last step is there, that is oxidative phosphorylation. And the site for this oxidative phosphorylation is in the F node and F1 particle, which are present in the inner membrane of mitochondria. So there are 4 steps which we will discuss in the aerobic respirations. And to release the energy, the first one is glycolysis and the site is cytoplasm. Second one is the Krebs cycle that will occur in the organelle known as the mitochondria, and which is also called the powerhouse of the cell. Third one is, that is electron transport chain system is there, which is abbreviated as ETC, and which the site for this electron transport chain system is inner membrane of mitochondria. Last step for the aerobic respiration is, that is oxidative phosphorylations, which generally occur in the F1 and F node particles. These are the proteins, and the F1 is act as a ATPase enzymes, and these reactions will generally occur in the inner membrane of the mitochondria. So in the next video, we are going to discuss in detail the glycolysis, which is a breakdown of glucose and occur in the cytoplasm.